Very good morning, students. For this session, I am going to draw the orthographic projection from the isometric view which is being given here. Let me read out the question. What are the views I need to draw for this given question? Make freehand sketches of front, top and side views of the pictorial view shown here. This is a three-dimensional view. That means isometric view. That is a 3D. From 3D, I need to convert into 2D. That is orthographic projection. Right? So here the arrow is given. Therefore, I need to view for the front view from this direction. Right? Then for the top view, just perpendicular to the image from the top, and for the side view perpendicular to the object and looking at the left side, I need to draw the right hand side view. That means the side view should be drawn adjacent to the front view in the right side, because I will see the object from left side of this particular object and draw the view in the right hand side of the front view. So I need to bifurcate the board here. So let me just, okay, the side view should come here. Therefore, let me just bifurcate in this manner. The front view will come here, the top view and the left hand side view here. Right. I thought you that for constructing the front view, constructing the front view, the length and height to construct a box. So within the box only the appearance or the image would capture. And for the top view, length and width. And for the side view, the height and the width. First, let me construct the box so that we can develop all the lines or frame the lines and construct the lines to get the actual view of front, top and side views. So let me just measure the length for the front view. Here it is 50, 10 plus 30 plus 10, that is 50, then plus 20, 70 plus 15, 70 plus 15 for this side. Similarly, this particular this symmetry, right? So this particular portion would be in the right hand side of the object. So plus 20 and plus 15. So put together 120 for the length. And what about the height? Height is given from the bottom of the image to the top as 60. So 120 by 60. So this could be 120, right? And the height is 60 mm. So within this box only, I will frame the front view. Then what about top view? Top view similarly, L is same and width of this object. Width is, this particular depth is 40 mm. This is totally 40. This is 35 plus 10, that is 40. So let me just extend this and from here, so 40. Leave 20 mm minimum so that the dimensioning line and marking the dimension can be captured within this gap. So 40 from here. So this is 40. So now let me just move to the side view, for which let me draw a line, inclined line of 45 degree. You are not supposed to use other than eraser and pencil. So this is only approximation. I just drawn a 45 line, extend this, extend vertically, extend vertically. So now horizontally. So I got the box of size length, this is height and width from the top view, right? Fine. Now I am going to proceed for the front view. To start with, which are the portion would be visible? So this total length is 50, isn't it? So this could be visible. So before proceeding, the observer, that means now I am the observer, I need to assume this particular object is just perpendicular to me. That means I need to rotate in this manner so that this particular object would be perpendicular to me. So when I look at from here, this portion would be visible, right? And this portion would be visible, and this portion would be visible. Similarly, this portion also visible, right? So to start with, let me just find the center. Total it is 120, so it is 60, right? Now this total length is 10 plus 30 plus 10 from this end to this end. So 50. So 25 mm this side and 25 mm the other side. Right? Now, what about the height? Height is 60 mm and between here it is 10 mm, right? So let me just draw a vertical line of 60 because the box size is 60. So that's the reason I just extend this line. Similarly for here, I extended it. Now look at here, when you just look at from here, you could see this line also. That means continuation. So starts from here, continues here, it ends here. So in the same line I could see. So this is the line. Fine. Now this particular rectangle I need to capture here. The thickness is 10 mm. 10 mm. So from here 10 mm and from here 10 mm, draw vertical line. Similarly for the left hand side also draw vertical line. Right? It's a freehand sketch, so you must use your pencil alone, should not use any other instruments. So from this portion to the bottom post to this portion is 10 mm height. So therefore take 10 mm from here and erase this, right? So now I have completed this particular portion, the C kind of portion, that is inverted C kind of portion I have drawn. Now I need to draw this portion. What would be the size? Here it is clearly given. It's 20 from this edge to the center is 20. Then from the center to this circle is 15. So put together 20 plus 15 it is 35, right? Of thickness 10 mm, right? So this is the end. So from 10 mm is already there. So let me just extend this, right? Similarly for the left hand side also extend it, right? So before you proceed to the next view, that is top view, you just check anything is missed out. The first one, this one drawn here, this portion has been captured and this portion also been captured here. So rest can be erased off, right? So for that reason only I always advise you to use 2H pencil. So once you draw the dark line, if you want to erase anything, that leaves some impression because you should have used HP or H pencil applied some pressure which leaves some mark on the paper. So always use 2H pencil to draw the construction line, right. I have completed here. Now let me just move to the top view. Now I am going to look at the object from the top of this object orthogonally, orthogonal to the object and looking from the top. When you are looking from the top, I could see this C portion, isn't it? This C portion would be visible and this portion, this circle and this semicircle would be visible. Similarly, for the right side, this would be visible. How that can be captured? Let me just project this line visible edges of front view to the top view. Projects this line to, project this line to, project this line to. Fine, right. Now, this portion, 10 mm from here. So, 10 mm from here, 10 mm from here, right. So, now just erase this off. So, now I got the inverted C shape. This portion is visible and when I look at from the top, this line will merge here. So, that is the reason here I have drawn the continuation line by closing the C, right. I have captured this here. Now, let me just draw this portion. So, for which total it is R15. That means, if I draw a circle, this is a total could be diameter, that is pi, right. So, this could be R, radius. So, if this is 15, what about this? Total pi, that is a diameter, that could be twice of the radius. The diameter is twice of radius, therefore 30. Starts from where? When I look at from here, it starts from this side. So, from here 30. So, total it is 40, therefore here it is. So, let me just draw a line. Similarly, for this side also, from here 30, right. But it is not a rectangle shape or square shape. Look at here, one circle is there. In addition to that, a semicircle is also there, right. Let me just draw here. From here, it is 20 mm and this is total 30, isn't it? So, 15, let me just draw L. So, this is the center. This is the center of this particular circle. From here, it is 20 and from here to here, it is 15. So, when I just draw both the lines, it intersects one point. That is the center of the circle. So, now the radius of the circle is dia 10. So, take 10 mm here and draw, because you are not supposed to use the compass. So, it's a reason behind it's a freehand sketching, right. So, approximately I just kept 10. So, it is a dia 10. So, 5 mm each side, right, 5, 5, 5, 5. Now, I am going to connect all the sides. So, by doing so, I got a circle of dia 10 mm. I am sorry, I have drawn somewhere here. So, this is the center, isn't it? So, 5, 5, 5, 5, dia 10. Now, R15. So, this is the center. From here, a semicircle, right. So, this point. So, these are the three extreme points. I need to draw a curve. That is the arc, the semicircle, right. So, use 2H pencil to draw with free hand. So, now an arc, that is a semicircle, has been drawn here. Similarly, the same thing has to be repeated in the left hand side too, because both the side this is the similar one, right. So, from here I need to take 20 mm, and from here is a 15. So draw a line here which intersects, that's a center of this particular circle. So since the whole dia is 10 mm, I need to take 5 here, 5 here, 5 here and 5 here. So draw a smooth hand circle, so free hand circle of diameter 10 mm. Fine. Next, the semicircle to be drawn here. So these are the three extreme points. With free hand, I need to connect all the 3 points to draw a semicircle. Right? So now this portion has been captured, this portion is also been captured, this C, inverted C has been captured here. Right? So now since here there is no line here, let me just erase this off. Unnecessarily it will confuse you, so that's the reason I am just erasing off, which is not required at all. Right? Fine. This is the appearance over. Right? Fine. Now let me just transfer this information to the side view. Now I am going to look at this object from here, looking at the left hand side of this object, but the image would be captured on the right hand side of the front view as per first angle projection, isn't it? Right. So let me just draw here, for which I need to project all the information which has been captured in the top view as well as the front view here. Right. From front view, let me just extend this line. So only one line, right? So this top is covered in the boundary. Now this information to be passed on. So draw a vertical line, right? Then this dia, right? This dia to be transformed here, fine. And this boundary, that is the semicircle information, to be transferred here, fine. This portion has been projected here, then circle has been projected here, and this semicircle extension has been projected here, fine. Now I am going to look at from here. I could see this portion. When I look at from left hand side, I cannot see this as a circle. I could see a rectangle. Till where I could see, this is the portion, right? This is the portion where I could see the rectangle. This is a portion I could see, fine. So let me just rub this off so that it won't confuse you, right? Fine. Next, this portion would be visible here, right? This portion would be visible here. So for the stretch of entire stretch, right? Here look at this, a line is there, so draw a line, right? And look at here, this is a draw a line. And for the height of 60 minus 10, there is a 50 mm, this total would be visible, right? Anything else is there? Yeah. Now visible, that means object line has been constructed here, that the outlines have been framed here. So certain things which can't be seen looking at the object from this direction, right? Those are invisible things. Look at here, this circle will not be visible when I look at from here, so that will hidden. And this slope, this line will not be visible, isn't it? So how that can be framed? So let me just draw the inclined line first here, where it's starting, leaving 10 mm from the here. So leaving 10 mm from here, fine. Where it ends about 10 mm. So 10 mm line is here, right? and it ends in the extreme. So that means ends here. So hidden line, there is a dot, it needs to be, that is invisible thing needs to be mentioned as dash line or dotted line. Is it clear? So now next, this circle would be invisible when I look at from the left side. So where exactly the circle is, here it comes. Up to where it is the thickness of 10 mm. 10 mm line is here. So this is where, right? So next, the boundary is here. While specifying the circle, one has to specify the center of the circle. So center of the circle should be denoted. This is an imaginary line, right? So long line dot long line, which represents the axis, right? Fine. Now anything else is missing? No, I have completed this one, right? So now let me now change your pencils HB or H. Draw the outline. These are dark lines, right? The boundary, since it is visible, right? Fine. Before proceeding to the other views, you have to make sure you have captured all the visible as well as the hidden things. Here this portion would be visible. I have constructed the rectangle here, and this portion would be visible, which I captured here, and this inclination is invisible, which I captured here. This particular circle would be invisible, which I captured here, and this semicircle ends up to 30 only. So I have drawn a line. So I have finished the side view, right? This is left side view. So side view of this particular object. If you want, you can just write this as left side view, because it has been viewed in the left side of this object. Now let me move to the front view here. Let me just construct all the lines here by using HB pencil. The outline should be drawn as dark. So total length of 120 mm, right? So now I have completed the boundary. Let me just check what are the things need to be drawn as thick. So look at this portion. It's not, extend or continue till the bottom. It ends here above 10 mm of the base. So right. So don't extend the line till the bottom of the object. This portion and the extreme left and right portion have been captured. When I look at from the front, I can't see the circle because it is just behind or just within the object, so which is invisible to me. So how that can be captured? So just extend this center line and mark with long line dash, long line dot, long line dot, long line, which represents the center of the circle. Right. Now extend this to the front view and mention as hidden line, because this particular circle is invisible, therefore you must draw as dotted line or dash line. Now similarly, this portion also extended vertically upwards to the front view, dotted. I have captured all the visible as well as the invisible edges of this particular object. Let me just move to the top view, right? Here, top view, look at here. When you just look at here, there is no connection here. This is a separate one, right? So that C shape, let me just dark that particular portion right? So when you just look at from the top of this object, this thing would be visible, then this semicircle and circle, similarly the semicircle and circle would be visible. With free hand, you just draw it. Similarly for the full circle, draw as R. Fine. Now let me just move, let me just finish the left hand side portion also. Fine. This circle. So don't overwrite. So if you happen to overwrite, you just erase this off and do with free hand, you just construct all the lines. Now with this, I have captured the required views. That means front, top and side views of this pictorial view has been captured. That means from isometric view to the orthographic view, right? This is 2D and the given diagram is a 3D object or image. Fine. Now allow to, I am in a verge of completion of this particular drawings, right? I have completed this. Now I need to finish up the dimensioning here, right? Starts with the dimensions. When I just look at from here, this thickness and this need to be mentioned here, right? So the total length of this particular object could be 120, right? Let me just give this information here. So this thickness and the gap in the front view itself. So for doing the dimensioning line and projection line, you must use 2H pencil, right? So arrow should be closed 10, 30, 10. So above the dimensioning line 10, 30 and 10. This I have completed. Then height can also be captured in the front view. The total height is 60 mm from the bottom to the top. So I have space here in the left hand side. Let me just give that. Before that, let me just mention the particular height here. The height of this particular thing would be 10 mm. And the overall height would be 60, right? So this could be 10 and this could be 60, right? 10, 60. Give as much as information. That means while giving the dimensioning, only the visible portion alone should be captured here. So these are visible, I have given. So when the object is in hidden or invisible, you should not mark in the particular view. For top view, this particular circle and the semicircle is visible, so I am going to mark that. So this can be mentioned with leader line. So specifying the boundary of the circle in this manner, and symbol of representation, pi denotes the diameter of the circle. So dia 10. Fine. Now the semicircle radius is R135. Draw it from here. This is leader line. This represents leader line. This is the boundary from the center to here. It is R15. Right. Now from this end to this center is 20 mm, which can be mentioned here or at the bottom, wherever it is convenient, space availability. You can mark their dimensioning here. It is 20 mm. Anything is missed? So this R30, that is 15, 10, 20. The overall dimensioning need not to mention because this has been already captured here. 10, 30, 10 has been captured, then 20 has been captured, the R15 has been captured, then entire overall length of this particular object is given here. Now let me just move to the side view. Side view, this particular portion I need to capture here, right? So from here, this is the width of the object. This is the width of the object is 40 mm. So I must show it in the side view. Anything is missed out here? This particular portion 10 mm is given, dia has been captured, the semicircle dimension has been captured, fine. So with this I have completed all the dimensioning of the given pictorial view, right. So now the unit of dimensioning I need to capture it here. So for which I need to draw guideline of height 5 mm. All dimensions are in mm. All dimensions are in mm. So the preferred dimension for engineering graphics is mm. That is, mm is nothing but millimeter. All dimensions are in mm. So mm must be in the lowercase or small letter, because that's the unit of the dimensioning. And as far as scale is concerned, so there are three types of scale: true scale, reduced scale and enlarged scale. See, as far as this pictorial view is concerned, the same dimension, whatever the dimension, the original dimension given, same thing I just used here. Therefore, I haven't changed any or enlarge or reduce the scaling. So therefore, I use the true scale as it is. So the scaling should be true scale, scale 1:1. That is true scale. Fine. So don't get confused. So look at the object and understand. That means the object should be perpendicular to you, right? Make sure, because the one which I have drawn here comes under orthographic projection. Orthographic means right angle diagram, right? Orthographic projection means right angle diagram. So the object should be perpendicular to you when you just look at the object to capture the front view, top view and the side view. Fine. Thank you.